Sniper up in the tower. Hostile killed.
Who the fuck are you? Please, it's not my fault. Keep quiet.
Hang in there, I'm coming to you. All secure, let's go.
No, no pasa nada. ¿Qué pasa?
This is Operation Kingslayer. Listen up. Our field of operation is Bolivia. Dense jungles, freezing mountains, and salt flats. If you don't watch your back, you won't leave it alive. Your target is the Santa Blanca drug cartel. Their network relies on fear, violence, and intimidation. You'll need to destroy them from the inside, destabilize each aspect of their operations, production, smuggling, influence, and security, to bring them to their knees. You have full autonomy. You pick your targets. You decide how to take them out. Just get it done. Gather your intel. Learn who the players are. Learn their methods. Then destroy them. To make this op a real party, the local military force Unidad are on the cartel's payroll. They've been fighting it out with a low-rent rebel group called the Qataris 26. You want to survive? These underfunded and under-equipped rebels are your new best friends. You gotta think. You gotta be strategic. No one will come when you call for help. Use what you can to get the job done. You have your arsenal and every vehicle you can find at your disposal. And don't be afraid to throw out the playbook. Each of you is an elite warfighter, but together you have the strength to take down an army. And remember, Ghosts, credit is failure. You will burn the Santa Blanca drug cartel to the ground, but no one will know who was holding the match.
On Wildlands, we offer players the total freedom of choice as they fight to take down the Santa Blanca cartel. A few months ago at E3, our 4 ghosts raided a camp to extract El Pozzolero, a buchon of the Santa Blanca cartel. Today, we want to show you another way to play the same mission, taking a stealth approach and using the cover of night to our advantage. Weaver, Nomad, and Holt are base jumping from the helicopter. This is one of the 60+ vehicles available in the game for you to use as you explore the world. Today, 4 devs are playing the demo in co-op. But Ghost Recon Wildlands is entirely playable, from beginning to end, in solo where you're supported by your AI teammates. Weaver has landed on a cliff nearby to gain a vantage point and provide cover for Nomad and Holt, who are now landing and moving towards a cartel checkpoint. All 4 ghosts are now on the ground. Midas will regroup with the others in the camp. Ghost Recon Wildlands features a complete day and night cycle, as well as a realistic weather system which both have an influence on gameplay. Here, for example, nighttime with rainy weather is a perfect combination for a stealthier approach. Ideally, we want to gain access without alerting the cartel, so it's time to be creative. The Ghosts know that this truck is being used for local deliveries. If they can take it, they can use it to get into the camp without raising suspicion. Our Ghosts are getting into position, now tagging their enemies and identifying their targets. Midas is now using the sync shot feature to assign targets to his teammates. The sync shot makes its comeback in Wildlands and is the perfect feature to coordinate your action with your team. Here we go. And that's the perfect execution. Playing solo, you'll be able to issue simple orders to your AI teammates to achieve the same deadly result. Now Nomad and Holt are going to use the truck to get into the camp without being detected. The cartel recognize this truck, and so the Ghosts are in. Holt has jumped out of the truck and is preparing a possible exit strategy by placing some C4. Landmines, frag, flash, and diversion grenades will also give you the explosive edge and help create diversions. With more than 50 weapons available in the game that you're able to use and customize with hundreds of different attachments, it's up to you to choose the right weapon for the job. Each of them has its own ballistics model with piercing, dispersion, and bullet drop. Weaver's now deploying his drone to further recon the area. He switched to thermal vision to easily detect local targets. Other special upgrades can be added to the drone too, including an EMP pulse that deactivates electronics, a noise generator, or high explosives. Okay, that's our guy, El Pozzolero, working late into the night. Now that we have his exact location, Nomad is going to park the truck near to the target. In order to complete your mission, coordination and communication are key. Nomad is now in position, waiting for the right moment to grab the target. Midas is heading towards the camp to rejoin Holt and Nomad. Weaver has located the camp generator with his drone. If the team manages to shut it down, they'll kill power in the camp, which will prevent triggering alarms or secondary reinforcements. Midas is now making his way into the camp, avoiding the patrols en route to the generator. Holt is placing more C4 on the other side of the camp to provide further distraction in case the ghosts need it during their escape. The diversion grenade is another great tool that can be used to distract enemies. Since we're attacking this camp at night, we can take advantage of each NPC's unique day and night agenda. For example, this soldier here is taking a rest. Back to Midas, who's keeping a low profile to avoid being detected. Holt is making his way towards Nomad and El Pozolero's location. Making sure you don't leave bodies to be discovered is key to preventing the camp going on full alert. You can grab and drag your enemies away from the patrol path, so when you knock them out, they're out of sight. Midas is climbing between the camp buildings to reach a better position. All the while, Weaver continues to provide cover. Having reached the generator, Midas can disable it to kill the lights throughout the camp. Nomad is activated his night vision to get closer to El Pozolero. Now, while enemies don't have night vision, they will become suspicious as to why the lights are suddenly out. Now, we need to extract our target from the camp. The enemies are now alerted by the noise and are trying to find its origin. Holt is passing a rebel prison cage. The rebels are another faction in the game. They have their own conflict with the Santa Blancas, so they'll spontaneously engage whenever they get the chance. Nomad has just put our target into the truck and is moving towards the exit. Weaver is liberating another group of rebels. This camp is now erupting into a full gunfight between the rebels and the Santa Blanca. And to provide further disruption, we blow that C4 we placed earlier. Weaver is now headed to rejoin the others, clearing the last of the Santa Blanca in the wild who were attracted by the gunshots. So now with El Pozolero in our custody, we're going to deliver him to our rally point and learn key information about the cartel and his bosses. That's the end of the demo. I hope you enjoyed seeing our ghosts approaching this mission in stealth. Just one of the many ways you can play Ghost Recon Wildlands. And don't forget to check ghostrecon.com for the latest news and updates on the game.
Stands for Main Operating Base. This will probably work quite similar to the base of operations that we have seen in Tom Clancy's The Division, or maybe even something like Mother Base in Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, where you can sort out all of the gear you've earned for completing missions and maybe even be able to customize or upgrade your base. It is yet to be revealed what the exact function of the base will be, so we'll have to wait and see. Ubisoft have also been releasing in-engine teaser videos of the locations that we'll be traversing in the game, which look absolutely mind-blowing, and you can see all of this on screen right now. Taking all of this in really just goes to show how much of an open world experience Ghost Recon Wildlands is really going to be, and once again reinforces that idea of being able to approach missions almost any way you want, be that by land, by air, or by water. They've been releasing more and more teases as time goes on, so there'll be a link for you guys to check out in the description of this video. Ubisoft Paris have also confirmed their presence at E3 2016 to once again showcase Ghost Recon Wildlands, which will undoubtedly reveal much more about the game, where we will more than likely see some sort of real-time gameplay demo and perhaps some details about a PvP or multiplayer mode for the game. I'm sure we will also hear something about a release date for the game, or maybe even details about a future alpha or beta test. But what do you guys think? What do you think of the
world strategy shooter? And it was pretty interesting, a lot of unique mechanics to it, and you're gonna get to see all of them in this video, so let me know what you think down below and enjoy.
Eyes on another target. And target number 3. Drone is airborne. Looking at a small group of tangos. Tango's moving in. Found their buddy. MLT's getting away. This hombre was engaged in a fight. Buckle up, people. Man, if you shot straight, I wouldn't get fucked up. Shooting. You can never move on. Tango number 3, their spot. We got an hombre engaging. Frag out, heads up.
Tell me everything you know about the people who gone missing in San Francisco. Or I swear to God, you're gonna be next. There's a village called Rosario, okay? The cartel's built a prison there. It's where they keep people who sympathize with the rebels.
Frag Eat it, fuckers! Frag out! Frag out! See
Tell
you
me
in
everything
hell!
you know about the people gone missing in San Mateo, or I swear to God you're gonna be next.
We're good. You all in one piece?
There's a village called Rosario, okay? The cartel's built a prison there. It's where they keep people who sympathize with the rebels.
This cartel prison in Rosario may be the break we're looking for. The records in the warden's office might give us some answers about the disappearances in the area.
Frag out! Hola, bitches! Boots on the ground. I landed. Deploying drone. Alright. I'm on the ground. Be damned. The cartel just put up a wall and turned the whole village into a prison. Eyes in the small group, same as before. Get inside, find the warden's office, search for intel on the missing people. There have to be answers behind those walls. Let's move. Looking at a small group of tangos. Target marked. Small got a couple civilians close by. 10th target sighted. We got a PC over here. If there's a record of the prison's inmates, it's here. No time to be choosy. We'll download every document. Eyes on a small group of tangos. I got Tango 15.
I got it. I'll drive.
Let's roll.
beat on us. Watch it, they're looking for you. Fuck, they found a body. The drone is up.
That's gotta be the warden's office. If there are any prisoner records, they'll be in there. We need to get inside and see what we can find.
Hell, it sounds like they found a body.
They're gonna spot you. Back up.
The Sicario's engaging us. Frag out.
I got another tango.
Atentos todos a sus posiciones de inmediato. Estamos bajo fuego enemigo. No retrocedan. No retrocedan. Luna roja, luna roja. Nos tenemos encima. Acaban de iniciar el ataque. Repito, acaban de iniciar el ataque.
Morning, fucknuts. They're engaging now.
I got a third tango.
¡Váyase de aquí! ¡Nosotros somos gente de paz! ¡No dispare, no dispare!
This is Operation Kingslayer. Listen up. Our field of operation is Bolivia. Dense jungles, freezing mountains, and salt flats. If you don't watch your back, you won't leave it alive. Your target is the Santa Blanca drug cartel. Their network relies on fear, violence, and intimidation. You'll need to destroy them from the inside. Destabilize each aspect of their operations. Production, smuggling, influence, and security to bring them to their knees. You have full autonomy. You pick your targets. You decide how to take them out. Just get it done. Gather your intel. Learn who the players are. Learn their methods. Then destroy them. To make this op a real party, the local military force Unidad are on the cartel's payroll. They've been fighting it out with a low-rent rebel group called the Qataris 26. You want to survive? These underfunded and under-equipped rebels are your new best friends. You gotta think. You gotta be strategic. No one will come when you call for help. Use what you can to get the job done. You have your arsenal and every vehicle you can find at your disposal. And don't be afraid to throw out the playbook. Each of you is an elite warfighter, but together you have the strength to take down an army. And remember, Ghosts, credit is failure. You will burn the Santa Blanca drug cartel to the ground, but no one will know who was holding the match.
In a massive open world. Recently, we've been sharing the vision of our game with a couple of our friends, the guys over at Red Storm Entertainment, creators of the very first Ghost Recon game, as well as a special guest. We're very excited to give you a first glimpse into that creative process. I hope you enjoy.
Ghost Recon we had just worked on Rainbow Six, Rogue Spirit sequel, and wanted to do something a little different.
Take it wide open into a big world and see what you could do in those wide open spaces.
We wanted to show players what it would be like to be a covert American warfighter at the tip of the spear in the modern battlefield.
It's not run and gun. It's about getting into position, reconning your environment, and deciding how you want to approach the problem.
You do need to think, but you also need to react. And for me, that's where the excitement comes in. It is the ideal shooter.
One of the philosophies with authenticity in the Tom Clancy games is to learn what's real and then extrapolate from that to make the best game experience possible.
We want gear and equipment to be correct. We want tactics to be correct. We want enemy reactions to be reasonable. We want the environments to look real.
We have access to so many experts, people who are in the field, and they're here to tell us their stories. So we've always had a really broad range of people that we could draw upon.
The list is long, because again, because we are authentic, we are appreciated by a lot in the military that do this, and so they like to help to make sure we continue to get it right.
Over the past several years at Ubisoft Paris, we've done a tremendous amount of research to create a coherent and authentic world. Our starting point was the Tom Clancy universe, but we also worked with a number of experts on drug cartels, like drug enforcement officers, who introduced us to some real-life smugglers. We did training exercises with guys in special operations and special forces. We spent time exploring Bolivia. We even went to the CIA headquarters and got advice from officers who were working in South America.
All the hours and hours of research that the team has been doing can literally be seen on screen. Bolivia in Ghost Recon Wildlands feels like a living, breathing place.
At Ubisoft Paris, our goal is to maintain the authenticity of the universe while bringing new elements to Ghost Recon. A living, breathing, open world. Vehicles for land, air, and water. 4-player co-op with a hot join feature. A non-linear progression so that every player is creating their own unique experience.
It's very true to the core principles of Ghost Recon, and at the same time, it's just a fantastic expansion.
I'm actually very impressed with what I saw looking at a version of the game. I know it's still early in production, but I personally am excited because it looks like the game that we always wanted to make. I think the level of detail that's there, and again, this is early production, I was just really impressed with the quality of the visuals.
It doesn't just feel like Ghost Recon, but it feels like it delivers on the original kind of promise of Ghost Recon, of being out there as a soldier in a small army fighting a war. You know, not just some guys going through just, linear missions. It's what Ghost Recon was meant to be.
I can't wait to hear what people think of this game. And not just from an authenticity perspective, I mean, I cannot wait to hear the crazy stories and insane events that come out of people taking this systemic world and making things happen that nobody expected.
We hope you enjoyed this video, and we look forward to giving you more information about the game. Until then, keep an eye on GhostRecon.com and join the conversation on the official forums and subreddit. Talk to you later.
Peggy 18.
We've been working on it for 3 years, but you keep your baby quiet, you keep everything tight and focused.
We spent so many days and nights dreaming about how the game will unfold, what the reception will be. And finally, one, being able to show it, and two, seeing how much love we got from all the gamers out there. That was fantastic.
So we're here today to answer some of the questions from the fans. So our narrative system is trying to support that open tactical choice in the massive open world. So as such, we've made this complete story non-linear, so the players can attack different situations in any order that they want to. We have a system that's based around destabilizing the cartel, causing a lot of chaos in the world, and everything that you do in the world is in support of that main narrative.
What's exciting is the chain of consequences. You know, I mean, we've all seen the movies, we've all heard about the stories, about how a small team of strong men can all of a sudden be the little cog that changes the whole structure.
What we've tried to do is give players an end objective and then leave it up to them about how they achieve that objective. So if I take an example of a camp where I need to retrieve a piece of intel, I have a lot of different options available to me. I could raise the rebellion and go in guns blazing, mortar strikes, and lots of heavy artillery. Or I could take this more stealthy option, the other end of the spectrum. We could go take a helicopter, a group of us, recon the site from a distance to know where the enemy placements are. We could base jump in silently behind enemy lines, moving stealthily. With our night vision goggles, we can see everything. Their visibility is reduced, so it's much easier for us to move through the camp. We retrieve the intel and we leave without killing anybody and without raising any alarms.
However, the only people who have the answer of how the missions are going to work, it's you guys, the day you're gonna put your hands on that game. Open world is the answer to tactical. With this game, you have access to the choice of the gear, the location, the time of the day.
This allows us to give the players the chance to go anywhere, to really open up those tactical choices and to play the way they want and write the stories they want.
The rule is very simple. We've built the game with always 4 characters at the same time. So if you're alone, you're gonna have 3 AIs. If you're playing with one buddy, you're gonna have 2 AIs, etc.
We made the choice to go with a third-person camera to be able to explore and fully accept what's going on around you, to be able to intercept threats as they come at you from 360 degrees. So the player needs to be able to understand this and be able to react to it in real time. We also have a hybrid gameplay whereby you can switch to iron sights. You're going to go into first-person mode for that fast, reactive gameplay. It's a very smart AI. It's an AI that genuinely, if you're not paying attention to what's going on, you're gonna get killed basically. There's an AI that's gonna flank you. It's gonna use opportunities. It's gonna use vehicles and camp ingredients. It's gonna use things that are happening in the environment. We've got traffic and event systems that are also spawning gameplay elements, but we've seen AI grab traffic vehicles and come chase you. They'll adapt to any situation that's going on. So it's really you're gonna have to be careful in this one. Authenticity is really, it's a pillar of the brand. It's something that people have come to expect.
We are working with the experts that we have inside the group, so we are working with Redstorm and the UB Authenticity team. And you can see a video about that we released on GhostRecon.com, and I'm sure you'll appreciate it.
We have a ton of different vehicle options, sea, air, and land. So we're going to have boats and bikes, we're going to have buggies. We want to make sure that the players have the total freedom of choice. Customization has always been a core part of the brand in Ghost Recon, so we want to make sure that players can really become that ghost. You're going to have a lot of opportunity to change your physical makeup as well as the kind of outfits, the clothes you're wearing, the equipment you're going to bring into the field. It's going to give you new tactical options, whether they're distractions like flares, whether they're mines, C4 grenades, but also different weapon types that can be augmented with a multitude of different attachments.
You'll be able to deploy the power of Gunsmith to the other components of the game, and I can't wait to see what are the combinations that we are going to see on the battleground.
The next steps for us is to finish the game. We're all really excited.
What we want is to deliver the best game possible. So we've been spending our days and nights just for that goal.
We've kind of raised the bar for ourselves. We've set an expectation level. And we're on track, but there's still a lot of work to do.
The whole team has only one obsession, making sure we polish to get the best game possible out there.
travelers. Going miles through mud and muck. We are survivors, equipping the right gear to survive for months in the harshest conditions. We are strangers, far away from home. We are hunters, blending so deep into the environment we become part of it. We are adventurers, doing what no one else dares. We are watchers, seeing everything, never being seen, leaving no trace. We are scholars, studying our enemies, so we can hit them where it hurts. We are judges, deciding who will live and who will die.